Yikes. Drops one of the deadliest things the Terran can do to a Zerg, because the Zerg does have eyes everywhere, but just because you can see everything doesn't necessarily mean you're focusing on it. This drop will probably do some pretty good damage, considering it's a Hellion and 6 Marines.
Yeah, and that's going to be very nice, trying to keep the pressure on. The Zerg is always a very good tactic, especially as you're trying to gain control of space, because right now Zerg has complete control of the map.
It's
it
true,
actually looks like they're setting up a double drop. He actually just dropped over here at the 3rd expansion, while dropping here at the 1st expansion as well. So we may actually see some queens and a lot of drones go down off of this. And it looks like one queen in the main's going down, lots of drones in the main going down, drones completely off mining the main, and drones being moved off mining on that 3rd expansion as well. So it looks like it did a lot of damage.
Yeah, it did, and if I was checking the income tab while you're saying that, the harvester count went from 43 to 31, on par with that Terran. That did untold damage to somebody's economy, propelling him down to only half the economic lead that, or advantage Azul has. It's just brutally effective, those drops.
And that really allowed Terran to kind of secure that open expansion. He's actually able to throw down 4 more barracks here. He's got tanks coming out. Looks like he's supply blocked himself a little bit more, and of course he's getting plenty of medevacs out so that he can continue dropping.
Man, that you could not be more right. Somebody back up with the drone count, 43 to 34. That's a good thing, but you also gotta remember that's a lot of army units he couldn't make either. He would have had way more drones now. He's up to 52, so he's got this huge lead, and he secured himself back in this game. If we look over here, though, chaotic, you'll see that there's 3 dropships there.
Yes, there is, and it looks like somebody's also trying to take a 4th expansion, trying to break down the rocks on that gold. But this drop, if he doesn't see it, and it looks like somebody is seeing it. He's got units moving over right to where Azul wants to drop. So this looks like Azul's going to have to abandon this drop.
But some tells me he won't, and he doesn't. Dropping into a nest of 30 units is not a great idea, especially without extra marine or marauder support. Even stim is no avail. Now the harvester count is so much higher. I'm not sure how Azul can stay in this right now.
I don't know. That was he did a lot of damage with that, and if you take a look at the units lost tab, it's just about even right now. There's only about 400 difference, and we're entering into this mid game here. This is the mid game right here, and 400 difference in minerals is not that much. And really, it comes down to about the same in the army tab. So they're pretty much in the same position. Azul has fought back to just scrape even with what somebody is, but somebody is up 2 bases.
Somebody's economy is right now in its roaring 20s. He's got 18. He's almost got 2k income to Azul's 1k, and about 300 more gas. And he's got 36 or 66 harvesters to 39. He right now in such a large lead. Azul's got to do some damage. He's got to do it quick, and he's got to make it count.
Yeah, and he's actually got a decently small force actually moving out to this Zelnaga watchtower. I just don't think that this is a wise move. He probably needs to actually try to secure another expansion before he tries to move out here. And this gold expansion is just too close to the creep to really be safe. I would have liked to see maybe an expansion at that 10 o'clock position.
Yeah, and that's perfect. That's actually what Azul needs. And right now, Stim, if so many medevacs, but the Banelings come. Units get pushed to the corner and now are being melted. Great surrounds, perfect surrounds on those tanks, causing untold damage. I'm not even sure how Azul could stay in this now. He sacked too many units, he has too many medevacs, and if you look at the army count, Azul's got 91, but almost all of those are medevacs.
Yeah, you're right. Most of those are medevacs. He's got 1 Marine that was picked up with these medevacs, but and he just gave map control back to somebody because he's not going to be able to move out here for a little while. And you can see these Zerglings are coming right in. They're going to actually hit into this main. They're going to get a surround on these Marauders. Those tanks are coming in from the backside. It looks like the slings are going to try to get a surround on those tanks, but it looks like somebody's actually going to have to fall back here.
That's running into a Terran's base, even a weakened one. It's like fighting a cornered rat. You just gotta be careful. Games have been lost because a Terran's taking out the army at his base.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to try to take this Zelnok Watchtower again. And again, this force just looks a little bit small. Most of this sucker is medevacs. And he is going to get sieged up this time ahead of time. The only thing I can see is maybe trying to bait these Zerglings and Banelings into these tanks. And it looks like
somebody selected those Banelings. He was just about ready. That would have been a landmine and a lot of hurt to Azul.
It looks like he's actually going to try to take out this 4th expansion. He's focusing down the Queen, and the Zerglings are actually coming in. Banglings coming in from the backside, and they get a good hit on all of those. The Zerglings are actually getting completely annihilated by the tanks. They did get us around. Those Roaches are just going to be able to finish these tanks off, and all that Azul has is medevacs.
Yep. Azul's been making too many medevacs and not enough units. It's about 1920 right now on my game timer, and I'm looking, and it just seems like Azul doesn't have much that can stay in there. If we look, we see an Ultralisk Cavern go down with Chitinous Carapace, and second armor upgrade just about to finish.
And those Ultralisks, if you get those in the right position on these tanks, will just chew through those armored tanks. And even though there are a couple of tanks guarding Azul's base, it's just not enough to see a critical mass of Ultralisks come in here.
That's very true. 6 Ultralisks shoot through quite a large army, especially armored units.
And it looks like actually somebody's coming down here. He's getting us around with the Zerglings on this 10 o'clock expansion. Roaches coming in. They're getting lit us off, trying to move that back. But I mean, he denied another expansion. Azul is still on 2 expansions to somebody's 4. I just don't know how he's going to be able to hold on with such little production.
Look, his main's almost mined out. He's running off basically 1 base and only 3 gas. Look at somebody. Somebody's securing more gas. He might even try taking a 5th here, but I doubt it. He doesn't need to. The swarm is prevailing here. This map's halfway covered in creep. It just seems like the Terran defending this world are going to die.
That is right, and it looks like Terran is actually trying to move out again to this Zelnaga Watchtower. And you can see the creep is slowly expanding up there towards it. He's going to try to skim in and try to pick off another base here. But Zerg is actually coming around on the backside, actually going to catch these tanks completely off guard. Those Zerglings are going to get us around. Those Ultralisks are just eating nom through those tanks. We got fungal growths on the entire main part of the army, and they're just going to come in here and just wipe this completely up, and all that is left is medevacs once again for Azul.
He's got quite a big medevac force. I'm not sure how somebody can counter that. He's got about 8 medevacs and the GG.
Yeah, there's the GG by Azul, and quite a good game, but the economic victory just went to the Zerg.
Yeah, he won by pure macro, and he was flawless macro. Good defense from the Brass. I'm not sure that Azul could have done anything. He pushed out too much, being a little too aggressive and stacking units that he really shouldn't.
Yeah, you're totally correct. I think that he probably should have tried to expand a little bit sooner, and on that 3rd expansion, and keep a secured 3rd expansion instead of trying to keep on moving down towards that Zelnaga Watchtower, towards the center of the map. He should have been actually expanding out here counterclockwise and moving down towards another attack lane.
Yep. He also should have quit making medevacs when he had about 4, and he stopped using drops. He should have actually had a way stronger force when he did push up, but he just chose not to.
Yeah, and those 2 supply blocks really hurt him. But I think this is the end of this match. Make sure that you tune into the Relentless Heroes YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe, and you can definitely check us out at www.relentlessheroes.com. This is Chaotic signing out.
And Shaq. See you guys later.
See you next time.